Yep.
Beautiful weather today. Thank the good Lord for that. Had a Wednesday-type practice, getting ready for Rice, who's a really good opponent. Again, they've played a lot of really close games, and they do a great job controlling the clock, not giving up big plays defensively, and really trying to slow the game down. They play extremely hard and physical. We played a hard-fought game with them last year where they got us, and I got great respect for how they've built their program back to respectability. And, we're in the middle of recruiting right now and preparing for a bowl game, which is great. It's something this program's got to get back to getting used to. We're going to do that every year from here on out. And, we're excited to be back in the bowl season and getting our program back on that stage where it's supposed to be. We've got to continue to prepare the right way where we can put our best foot forward and try to win a bowl game, something that's not happened here in a long, long time. So with that, I'll open it up.
What's the challenge of balancing the recruiting and bowl prep?
Just you don't sleep a whole lot. Besides that, there ain't a whole lot. We owe it to, it's our job. You know what I mean? We get paid a lot of money to do our job, so you got to accept that responsibility and go with it. And that's just this time of year. We're used to it at this point, all of us coaches. And so you got to put the work in to make sure you got to put all the same work in that it takes to prepare for a football game. The advantage is you do have a little stretched out time, and you don't want to peak too early. But we are in the middle of what's become, the most intense part of the recruiting season. And it's a part of the season that we've done really well on since we've been here. We think we'll do well on it again. And because of how we built this program, really because of our players, man, our history and tradition and our players, it just sells itself. Our players do a great job of selling how we treat them and the type of culture that we've built and how they're taken care of. So it's kind of a snowball effect, and I'm really proud of that.
What was your initial thoughts of getting Rice a familiar Conference USA club?
Well, initially, I'm just proud to be in the bowl season. You know what I mean? This has been a tough build here, Andrew. You know that. You've kind of been with us every day since we got here. It's not been easy from what we've inherited and the stuff we've been through to get it back. But now we have laid a great foundation. We feel like it's a foundation that we can build a really great program off of. And then once we found out we were playing Rice, anytime you're in a bowl season, you're going to play a good team. Rice has played a really good schedule. They played Louisiana from our league and beat them earlier in the year. And they've played a lot of quality opponents and played them close. They're a lot like us, a bounce or two here or there. They could have had a much better season. They could have had a worse season. So we know they're extremely physical. Their coach has been there a long time and is established. And, we're excited to be there and excited to play.
Is it nice to make the short trip to
Yes, that's great for our fans. I think that's another advantage of being in the Sun Belt is the bowl tie-ins. I think it's an advantage of having a historically great fan base. I've said it a lot of times since I've been here. I think we've got the best fan base in all a group of five. I think when the bowl selection came out and the fact that we were so highly sought after, it proves that.
Your coaching debut was at Hancock, Whitney.
Yeah.
I know it wasn't exactly favorable.
Yeah.
But is this a chance to maybe rectify that for yourself?
No, I'll never get over that. That was a pitiful loss. But you know what I'm saying, man. I don't know if Vince Lombardi could have done any better that night. We were, so it is what it is. It was my head coaching debut here, but I'd been a head coach before. But yeah, it is what it is. All losses hurt me bad. I don't know if I ever get over any of them. Like I said, this has been a tough build here. We believe in what we're doing. We've never wavered in how we do what we do. And we've got us back to a point where we're a lot better football program than we were then. And we'll continue to be a lot better football program, as we move forward.
Coach, how do you attack the transfer portal? Do you attack it more of what you did last year, building depth, or do you look for that first time?
So what we're looking for is our footprint. We really just attack our footprint. And we've done that since we've been here. We don't necessarily give precedent to a high school player or a portal player or a JUCO player. We just really want to make sure if a kid is from our area that we give him preferential treatment. And we've done that since we've been here. There's some areas where we need some older guys, so we have to address that as it comes. Like last year, we needed older D linemen. This year we're losing a few older linebackers, a few older DBs, so we'll need to get some older guys in those areas. But we're just looking for really good players and really good kids in our area. And usually it works out to where it's about a 60-40 mix one way or the other with high school kids and transfer kids. It'll be that every year as long as we're here, with the way college football is moving now.
How many guys are you hoping to sign in the early period? Do you know a number?
I can't answer that because I don't know how many people are staying. You know what I mean? Like everything's fluid. They used to in college football, I could give you an exact number right now. Right now, I would have to give you a fluctuating number with about a plus-minus differential of 7. You know, so because of you got to project. You got to project who you think's going to stay and who you think's going to leave, and it's too early to tell that right now. We're always, hoping for the best but preparing for the worst, if you will. So we've got a big board in there, and as our roster fluctuates, we'll be ready to attack it as it comes.
Coach, just besides preparing for Rice, I wonder what you can take from these extra practices, what you want to see out of your team, what you can maybe learn from some young guys.
Yeah, so last week, that's really all we did. We did a lot of fundamental, a lot of good hitting with our young guys. It was young guy emphasis. And we got a lot of really good young players. We've signed a great high school class. We got some young kids in this program, the Quewon Clays, the Cam Knoxes, the Cam Barnes, the Kyler Barnes, the Will Saxton, Claiborne Pollard. You know what I mean? Jordan Martin, like those guys are going to be really good football players. And so it allowed them to practice some more. It allows you to keep your team together and stay in a structured, organized environment because, like, if we're not in a bowl game, last week we can't even lift or run with them. Well, now we're in a bowl game, not only can we practice, we can lift and run. Organized-wise, we can do it again this week. So it just allows you to stay structured, which I think is always better for everybody. I'm 42, I do better with structure. You know what I'm saying? So I think it's a positive all the way around.
More specifically about Rice, saw their starting quarterback got hurt 3 games left in the season. Do you anticipate him playing? Do you prepare for him playing?
I don't know. I know that they've been running their offense for a long time. He's Coach Bloomman's a really good coach. I know him back in our D2 days. He was at Delta State for a while. He was at Stanford with Coach Harbaugh. They've implemented that system at Rice. So they're going to be who they are. Each skill set of the quarterback's a little different. And, we're preparing for Rice's offense regardless.
If you could just talk a little bit about your linebackers this year. They seem to be standouts, especially at ULM. They had a great game. What has Coach Kreiner done with that group?
Yeah.
To make them, just the depth and sort of the talent you got.
Yep. So Coach Kreiner coaches outside backers and Coach Armstrong coaches inside backers, and they both do a great job. Avery Hobbs has been a sensational player all year long. We call him the machine because he brings it every day. Jaleel Clemens has really come on and become a really good football player. He's got a chance to be dominant as his career progresses. And he's really happy right now for Starkville won that state title. And, Domonic Quewon's come on as a pass rusher and really brought a lot of explosive plays to us in pass situations. Then on the inside, after losing Swayze and Hayes Maples, that could decimate a lot of programs. Through recruiting, we've been able to build a lot of depth at a lot of positions. Some were still deficient, but at linebacker, we've got it. And Dalen Gill has had a sensational year. He's also a guy that's fired up after Louisville won their state title. And then Santrell Latham has had a great senior year. I can't say enough about him. And then TQ Newsom's really come on. So we got 6 guys that play a lot right there. They're all doing really good things and representing Southern Miss the right way. We've been able to overcome some key injuries. And it'll be good to get Swayze and Hayes back next year. And, proud of the kids that have played well, and obviously love our 2 coaches that they've really brought a lot to the table with them.
Are you surprised to see Domonic left off the All-Sun Belt?
Man, I don't get into that. Everybody's got their opinion and votes who they think they want to vote for. You know what I mean? I tell our kids all the time, you never let the opinion of somebody you don't know or wouldn't take advice from affect you. If I wouldn't take advice from somebody, I dang sure wouldn't take criticism from them. And, it is what it is. We love Dom. We're glad he's a Golden Eagle. I'm proud of him. He's a graduate. He's come a long way in his life from a guy that moved to the United States to Minnesota. He's got a wonderful mother with a beautiful smile, and she's so proud of him. And he's got a bright future outside of football as well.
Hayes and Swayze likely to come back next year?
I think so, yeah.
Anything else?
Appreciate it.